performances, but yeah, he done what he needed to do today and spoke very well. You can see that everybody's very composed, very calm about what's happening. No one's getting too excited about being at the top of the league now. They know, like he said, if they carry on doing what they're doing and winning games, they can stay there. It's in their hands. So the main thing is that they're all on the right page in respect of what they're trying to achieve.
Yeah, and Righty just used the word composed. They are very composed, very calm, not getting too excited or happy about the win. They looked quite sort of calm in that interview.
They did, yeah. I mean, they've been in this situation before, haven't they, where they've been in and around the top for a long period of time. In previous seasons, they've dropped points late on, and that's when the questions are going to, not around Christmas. The questions are going to come around March, April, May.
Exactly.
And that's can you hang on to a 2-point lead then when Man City win just before you?
Yeah.
And then that's when the pressure is. At the moment, of course, there's pressure. They want to keep that advantage, but you know, as I say, they've done this before. They've done this before for a few years. Mm-hmm. It's the last little bit. It's the hardest little bit. And but they do feel like and look like they're in a better position now than they ever have been. It's a strong squad, and they were, despite it only being 1-0, they just felt like they were in control for the majority of the game.
You know, the thing is, Mike, it's just in those games, you just want to try and win games a little bit more comfortably so as you can feel it, because there does seem to be times in games, and I've watched the last four or five Arsenal games, where there's moments where they look vulnerable, and it's something that I feel that they should be taking more control. They should be managing the game better in the way that they're trying to play out. Maybe, I don't know, even with the subs, so as people can maybe start running the ball into areas, keeping the ball in that final third to waste time, not trying to pass it around the back, and be a little bit more progressive with what we're trying to do to score more goals. Because I didn't feel like we were we should have been more of a goal threat today to put that Everton side away, make it a little bit more comfortable. But in the end, you know, the 3 points is what's important, and we got them again. That is the main thing.
Yeah, and I guess, is that something that you can work on in training? Is that something that just comes with time, like game management?
I think Arsenal in general, and it's not a criticism at all, every single team has a strength to it. And I think if you look at previous winners of the league in the last few years, you look at Liverpool, you look at Manchester, they are attacking, goal-getting, creative teams. This Arsenal team is so good. They've got such a good goalkeeper, such a good back four. They work together. They've got a great number 6, you know, Declan Rice. And they base themselves on a very solid foundation. Yes. They're more defensive team. So I don't think they're ever going to have a shootout and beat any team 5-4 like a City or like a Liverpool did. They're more calculated than that.
Boys, well done. Good point here at Hugh Dickinson, but Everton made it hard. How do you feel about the performance?
Yeah, they made it really tough. Also on us to not kill the game in certain moments, but yeah, credit to them. It's always tough coming here, and yeah, we're just happy we got the win in the end.
What was it that they were doing that made it so hard for you guys to break them?
I think they have a good structure and the intensity they played, you know, with the fans, and obviously all their players are so passionate, so they give everything. So yeah, that made it hard for us, but like I said, we had our chances, and we could have killed the game off earlier.
Ultimately, your penalty, Victor, got Arsenal the win. Could you talk us about the decision-making of, because we had a few penalty takers on the pitch, and we saw Odegaard handing the ball to you.
Yeah, I mean, it's a few that can take it, and yeah, this time was me that took it, and yeah, it was important to score that one, so it was nice.
Yeah, and you really sent it. It was a powerful shot, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's usually like that, so yeah.
So how important was it for you to get a goal tonight, to get the penalty? Because, of course, there's always pressure when you're playing for a club like Arsenal, but also when you're playing as a striker.
Yeah, you always want to score goals, so yeah, that's the main target every game, I think, for all the attacking players. So yeah, that's what we want to do, and of course today we could have scored a few more, but yeah, the most important is that we won the game.
And how have you been feeling? Because you didn't get much of a pre-season, and then you got the injury, but you've been getting a lot of praise from Mikel Arteta, and we see how much you work hard on the pitch.
Yeah, I think I try to do my best always on the pitch, and then, yeah, of course you need to get to know the system, how we play, and then, yeah, fit into that role and adapt to that. But yeah, we're playing quite well. We're performing. We're a good position in the league and Champions League. So yeah, we just keep going like this.
And Bukayo, minutes before you guys played Everton, City played before you and got the win. How important was it for you to manage this game well, especially emotionally as well?
No, there's not really any emotions in it. We take the emotions out. We just know we're focused on our job. And this week, since last week, we were focused on winning here, and we did that today. So yeah, we're back on top of the table, but we're not watching City too much or the other teams. We just know we're in control now, and when we win every week, we'll stay there.
Here with the beauty of it, so congratulations. And in the first half we had some moments that we were very dominant without really creating much. We scored the goal, and in the second half we had 2 or 3 big open chances that if you want to be more relaxed at the end, you should score in the Premier League.
Yeah, on these big chances, is it about being more relaxed then ultimately? Because why couldn't you put the game to bed? You had a ball in the post.
Two,
yes.
One Leo, one Zubimendi. Bukayo is totally free inside the box. He's got time. He decides to shoot, and the ball gets cleared just on the line. So that's those moments that you have to be more clinical to have bigger margins.
The penalty, you had that moment. You have a few options of good penalty takers, and you have the moment of Odegaard holding the ball and then giving the ball to Gyökeres. Do you think he sensed that Gyökeres could really benefit from a goal tonight?
Yes, that's what I hope, and they have to take ownership on the pitch, and they made a decision that Victory was the best taker. He scored, so what a great decision.
Yeah. There was some nervous energy around the Wolves' performance, but tonight it didn't feel like that at all. So how much did you enjoy the way that they managed the game emotionally?
Yes, very important. I mean, you need to enjoy the process of winning, and that's it's going to be a hard moment, difficult moment, a great moment. That's all part of that intention and how close we are to winning, and that's what we have to enjoy and take it game by game.
I know you usually say that the Premier League is like that. Teams play before other teams and that just happens. But there is a positive to managing this situation tonight of City being top of the league and then Arsenal playing afterwards.
Yes, but we are not looking at that. I know you guys do, but from the first day, the only thing we can control is our own performances and results. And we know how long it's going to be, how tough is this league, and that's it. Enjoy every day, do your best, and let's see what we get.
Thank you, Mikel.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Interesting on the penalty. I think a lot of people might have assumed that a head coach who likes to control every little tiny detail would have made decisions before the game about who his number one penalty taker would be for each game when that moment arises. But the suggestion there from Arteta that it's the players who are making that call.
Players taking ownership. Nice to hear that. I always thought the manager, or certainly before the game, you have all the details. You have who's marking who from set pieces, how you're going to set up, who's on penalties. But the players feel maybe with Gyökeres, he needs a little bit of love and the big opportunity, not a sympathy penalty, because he obviously, as Daniel said, only can take penalties very well. But when you have Saka, Odegaard or Gyökeres taking them, some clubs haven't even got players that want to take penalties. So the fact they've got 3 that want to, that is a real luxury.
Absolutely. And just a word on the fact that he does celebrate a milestone match today, and what a manager he's been over the 6 years.
Unbelievable. What he's done, what he's turned Arsenal into, what he had when he got there, what he had to change in that dressing room. Owners, there was a lot of noise with the owners. Everything's changed now on his head, and he's got the team he wanted, and they're challenging for the 4th year running now.
It was turbulent at the start, but he's managed to pull things round.
Well, 6 years of doing a really good job, but the one thing that Arsenal fans want is that league title. So he hasn't completed the job yet. It might be this season. It's looking that way.
It is.
And you can see they can make headway into that top half pretty soon as well. Brighton moving a place up to 9th, Sunderland up to 6th with their point today. Liverpool now level on points with Chelsea in 5th place. And Arsenal are restored as the leaders after Manchester City went top earlier. It's Arsenal back out in front.